Close your eyes with me, start imagining a world full of love. We can change the stars with our hands and hearts, make them shine on us. But no, no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Come from near and far with their hands and hearts, 'cause it's time to stand up. Oh, the world is changing, and all I'm saying is we gotta believe. I'm a drop of water, but you know together we're the ocean deep. Ooh, ooh, oh, 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 ooh, oh, oh. The time is always right to open up your eyes and be the flickering flame. We can light the corners, shine through all the borders. Deep down we are the same. But no, no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Oh, the world is changing, and all I'm saying is we gotta believe. I'm a drop of water, but you know together we're the ocean deep.
Oh, hello, hello, hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Welcome, everybody.
Now, this is the first time that we have ever done this. We are going live. Hopefully, a lot of people are watching us across the Mix FM Facebook page, as well as the Wishlist website. If you are looking and you would like to share, there is actually a hit share below. If you're watching this and you think, hey, my friend should be watching this too, you can just hit share below and you can share us with your friends.
We are officially welcoming you to the House the Coast Built virtual housewarming party. Okay, I've been to housewarmings, but I've never done it virtually, Caroline, and here it is. Today, we get to thank everybody and, of course, check out this beautiful, the House the Coast Built, ready to go to help people out. It's just brilliant. It's so exciting.
It's been 18 months coming, and what we should have been doing this afternoon, obviously, is cracking a bottle of champagne in the beautiful grounds, which you will see. We will show you. That's what this is all about. But unfortunately, because of this damn COVID virus, we can't do that. So this is the best thing. This is the next best thing. We've gone to technology. So as you can see, Mark is back in the Mix FM studio.
Mix FM studios, that's right.
I am at my house. And my dogs might walk in and out. They don't really understand.
That's right. Toddy's in the other studio and he's not wearing pants, so I can't make any guarantees here either. But, of course, we know Wishlist funds vital medical equipment, staff scholarships, patient support, services right up and down the Sunshine Coast from Caloundra to Gympie, and 100% of the funds we raise through Wishlist all stays here on the Sunshine Coast, which is just so important. Now, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to find out more, just go to wishlist.org.au. Today's all about celebrating the hard work we did way back in 2018, Caroline.
It sure is, because most people would remember that Mix FM's Give Me Five for Kids raised $600,000 in 2018, and that's what bought the land to put the house on. So there's so much for us to celebrate, but for the whole community. But most of all, it's about Wishlist today. And now we welcome from the house itself. She is out the front of the house, our beautiful Wishlist CEO, Lisa Rowe. Good afternoon.
Hi, Mark and Caroline. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the house the coast built.
How good is this?
And you're lucky. I think that there was some rain forecast for today.
No, it's sunny. It's very, very sunny out here, Caroline.
But you're lucky. Hey, look, now, we know that having affordable accommodation for families at the hospital is much needed, but who is going to stay here in this house?
Well, largely it will be families of the paediatric critical care unit, the children's and adolescents ward, but of course ICU in general, cancer patients, but predominantly it's here for families that need to be close to a sick child. And these are families from all over Queensland. We certainly know from having run Reid House beside Nambour Hospital for the past 11 years that patients come from Gympie, they come from Central Queensland, Western Queensland, all over, and a lot of locals as well. Through fundraising for this beautiful home, we have heard stories of people from Beerwah and Mullaney that have been forced to sleep in their cars because they did not want to drive the half an hour away and leave a sick child in Piku. So it could be anyone.
Mark and I were talking on the air this morning about a couple of families in the last couple of weeks, and I think most people can resonate with the idea that you've got a 4-year-old, you can't leave them. They won't let you. They won't let the doctors touch them if you're not there at the hospital, and it means you have to be within arm's reach of them, maybe for a week, maybe for 60 days. And I think every parent knows that would be their kid. Oh, that'd be my kid. So the house is so vital, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely. And this beautiful home is walking distance. So even if it came to the fact that mum and dad did shifts walking to and from Piku, at least there's somewhere here to sleep and somewhere here to find a little bit of solace in the company of other families going through a similar thing, or just hang in your room if you are feeling that way.
It's so beautiful, and it's just amazing to think that in 2018 we raised this money, and there it is. You're standing in front of it, Lisa. It's just absolutely brilliant.
A lot of fundraising, a lot of people are involved in that.
This is what I'm saying. We have to stop and have a look now, I think, and say thank you to these people.
We certainly do. But a massive thank you to everyone who gave a cent to Mix FM's Give Me 5 for Kids ever, but particularly in 2018 for buying the land on which we stand and built this beautiful home. Of course, to Osmar Homes and the 120 local businesses that through thick or thin gave 110% to building this home. And the Osmar Homes team who gave 150%, each and every one of them, from the Bryan family, Tony and Jackie, to the Hendy family, Tim and Natasha, Josh Green, Kate Dunn, Sean Fraser, and Clinton Williams, who I'm sure has lost a lot of hair throughout the construction of this project, but has done a magnificent job and maintaining his professionalism throughout. So,
hey, and what's next for Wishlist?
Well, Wishlist will continue what we've done for the last 21 years, buying medical equipment for the hospitals across from Caloundra to Gympie. Support services like the continuation of our local clown doctor service, music therapy, yoga therapy and the like, education and research for local staff. And you are also about to hear a little bit more about another accommodation facility that we know will be needed in the years to come as our population grows and as our health service grows. We know that Wishlist House, the house the coast built, will go towards meeting the need in the next few years. But after that, there will be the need for more. And we're working on Wishlist Solace Centre, which you'll hear more about.
Oh, all right. We're super excited, Lisa. Sounds like you're going to make us work really, really hard, but that's okay. Now, I believe, Caroline, we have a beautiful video. Thanks, people.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Lisa's gone. Thank you, Lisa. See you later.
That's
Sorry.
right. Hey, I just wanted to ask you a question. Have you got a drink?
Well, look, you know what Todd's like. There's always something around, so don't worry, I'm okay.
That looks like it. Yeah.
It's something about, they've told us for years, don't drink on air, don't do this on air, and I just feel uncomfortable swigging on air, so I'm not sure if... anyway, that looks like Darren Lockyer. Let's see what he's got.
Like Darren Lockyer. So, we've got some people now who just want to talk about the house.
Hey there, everyone. Just want to say a huge, big thank you to everyone that contributed to the house the coast built. Been such an amazing project, one that's going to help so many parents and families who are going through a really tough time with sick loved ones in hospital. To those who donated through Mix FM's Give Me 5 for Kids, to Osmar Homes and their incredible suppliers, thank you.
G'day, wish listers. I hope you're keeping happy, healthy, safe and sane in these exceptional circumstances. This is an excellent community project and once again, a phenomenal result. It's an absolute pleasure and a privilege to cover this as a local news story. So thank you and very well done.
Oh, just a huge, huge thank you from all of us and from all of our patients as well. And it's so humbling for us when we see how much the community give to assisting our patients and to our units and things like that. It's just fantastic. Thank you.
It's just awesome that people are devoting their time, their energy, and these are really worthwhile causes. I think cancer touches a lot of people, a lot of families, and I think it's just marvellous that people can put all that effort in and give back to the community this way. And I know our patients appreciate every little bit of it.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Wishlist, congratulations on the opening of the house the coast built. It's an incredible facility that will help many families in stressful times. A big shout out to Osmar Homes and Mix FM's Give Me 5 for Kids and all the other sponsors and suppliers that made this a reality. My team at the Sunshine Coast Daily are really proud to be involved.
Hey everyone, Jason Singh here from the band Taxi Ride and also the Voices Supergroup. Hope you're all keeping safe during these incredibly crazy times. Just wanted to say a big shout out to everyone who contributed to the house the coast built. It's an amazing project that will help so many parents and families who are going through a really tough time with loved ones in hospital. You're amazing and you've done an incredible job helping Wishlist achieve this. To everyone who donated through Mix FM's Give Me 5 for Kids, to Osmar Homes and their incredible suppliers, we thank you.
That was pretty impressive stuff, wasn't it? That was great.
That's
I just loved
fantastic.
it.
I love
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
Now, Caroline, we know that the house itself is going to help the parents of sick kids. But of course, what we can do now is hear from the Sunshine Coast University Pediatric Intensive Care Unit on just how much the house will help the parents and families of these sick kids. Because remember, these kids are going through so much. So, of course, these videos have been shot pre-COVID virus. So we just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, we will. And we're going to hear from Lauren now, who runs the picker, and she is just amazing. We know how hard it is. She hates doing these videos.
Yeah,
she hates
does.
being on the radio.
Watch her squirm. She'll squirm. You watch.
But she is doing it because she cares so much about these kids. So let's hear from Lauren now at Pediatric Care.
We are here because my son, Hugo Barnhurst, has mitochondrial disease, and it's affected his breathing, and so he's in life support now, dependent on the ventilator.
This is our third admission. This one's been the longest. I think we've been in here about 65 days now. We didn't quite expect to be here that long.
In the beginning, we drive here a lot to be with Hugo, and the staff offered us the room up at the 4th floor, and I stayed there for about 2 weeks. It was really good because sometimes I'd wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I thought I'll just come down and see Hugo, and it's just a little better. You don't like to leave your child's side at any time. So, and with the amount of time we do spend here, it'd be wonderful just to be able to take the break from this room here.
A lot of the time we get retrievals from around the state. So these patients have presented to a hospital and then have progressively got worse to the point that they've needed to be retrieved to us. So parents get little notice that they're leaving and they're having to leave their support system. So mum and child often come, or dad and the child will come. They have no clothing, no toothbrushes, nothing. They literally are told within an hour, you've got to leave this hospital and we're taking you to Sunshine Coast University Hospital. When they arrive, they are often shattered. They've gone through a highly emotional day, being told their child's deteriorated to a point that they do need some additional support. So by the time they get to us, they're extremely exhausted and distressed. But they're actually the linchpin for the child as well. So when they see mums calm, the children are often far more calmer. So we need the parents close by, and we need them because they hold all the information.
Generally, they're absolutely exhausted, the parents, because they've been up for days with a sick child, and finally that child's gotten so sick they needed to go to hospital. So they'll come to us, and the most important thing we find for parents is they need to have a rest as well. While their child is resting, we want them to rest. And whilst we've got recliners at the bedside, it's not the most comfortable place for them to be. And happy parent, happy child. If we can do what's best for them, it's really important that while they're here and they're getting one-on-one care, that we can give them a bit of a break.
It's really important time for them, for the families to be able to stay locally, and often there's other children that are involved, and so they're brought here as well. They need somewhere to stay, and up until now, really there isn't an appropriate place for families, so parents and other siblings, to be able to stay anywhere locally if they don't live within the immediate area. Around about a third of our patients are sort of outside of the Sunshine Coast area. It will vary from time to time, but we are getting quite a few from out of the district, and those are the patients that are obviously going to most benefit, or their families will most benefit from the house that the Coast built.
That's beautiful stuff, isn't it? But we actually have some really sad news to tell you.
Yeah.
Hugo Barnard, who was in that video with his parents, has sadly passed away. We are so incredibly grateful to Abby and Richard, and we thank them for being so brave and allowing us to continue to share that video, because they know more than anyone how important this house really is.
Yeah, and of course he was a beautiful young man, just a beautiful little baby, and unfortunately they don't all go home, Caroline. It's very sad, and geez, it just goes to show the strength of the hospital workers to be able to keep going and just caring for other kids and doing the amazing job they do.
But that's why this house is so important, because it makes everybody's life a little bit easier, because it relieves stress for everyone. Hey, we are going to cross back to the house now, because Andrea Kerwin is a fantastic Sunshine Coast musician. Now, Andrea, tell us, what room are you in?
I am in the kids' room that's dedicated to a young man named Sam Martin.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Sam's room.
Sam. We love Sam.
Sam's family, his mum and dad, Mark and Tanya, have paid for this room, along with his big sister Ella as well. They do so much for families. They've never stopped, even after Sam passed away from an aggressive brain tumour. So you're in a very special place, Andrea.
Yeah,
what are you going to sing for us today?
So loved on this couch. It's
And actually, we should mention that mural behind you.
It's Kendall.
Kendall's mural, and hasn't she done a beautiful job?
You just know Kendall's work is they've just got those beautiful eyes. Wherever you see it, those beautiful eyes pop out, and you're like, oh, that's Kendall.
and it's an under the sea scene, and that's because Mark and Tanya chose that for Sam, because that was his favourite place to be.
Yeah,
it
absolutely beautiful.
Like a family would feel very at home in this room.
Yeah. All right. So what are you going to sing?
What are you going to play for us?
That's right. I'm here to sing a song.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've ever heard of Wishlist. I hadn't even heard of the charity. So thank you so much for having me along to sing a song to dedicate to Sam's family, the Martins, but also to Hugo's family as well, to Abby and Richard. So I thought I'd play for you Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh, beautiful. Well, take it away, Andrea. Thank you so much for joining us. Go for it.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, high above Mother Chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. High. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Oh.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Andrea,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us. That was fantastic.
That was beautiful. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? But that was
Yeah.
really, really special. Thank you.
Trying
Hey,
not to cry, trying not to cry, trying not to cry. Hey, I've got to mention, Caroline, that there's lots of beautiful live comments coming in as well. I'm not sure if you're seeing them on your screen, and especially during that performance, Andrea, as you go. Look, just a lot of people enjoying your beautiful song, your beautiful music, and of course that beautiful wall behind you. So keep
Lots of
those
love for the
comments coming
families.
in, and lots of love for you. Andrea, thank you so much.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Deb.
All right, then. And now I think we have another video to show of more people who just want to say thanks for the work that's been done and managed to get this beautiful house up and open to families.
Hey there, it is Lyndon. Wow, what a project it has been. We've done it together. Finally, it is up and open, the house the coast built. And thanks to your support during Give Me 5 for Kids, we are so pleased and proud. Thank you so, so much.
Hi everyone, this is Andrew Wallace, the federal member for Fisher. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody that's contributed to the construction of the house the coast built. This is going to be a fantastic facility for Wishlist and also for the community of the Sunshine Coast. And further abroad, say thanks to all of the subbies, all the suppliers, and obviously to Osmar Homes and Mix FM for all of the contributions that they were able to garner through the Give Me 5 for Kids program.
Hi, Dicko here, and I hope you're all staying safe in these crazy times, enjoying your isolation, not going too mad. Obviously, I am. Look, just want to say big congratulations to everyone involved in the house that Coast built. I heard about that when I was on radio on Mix FM with Marky Boy at breakfast. Looks like an amazing project, and it's going to obviously add some incredible support for families and parents who are doing it tough for their little tackers. So it's a brilliant thing and really shows how fantastic this part of Australia is when it puts its mind to something. So congratulations to everyone. It's a brilliant thing. Enjoy.
Hi, it's Brendan from Win Television here. I'd like to congratulate Wishlist, Osmar Homes and Give Me 5 for Kids on such a great initiative being the House at the Coast. As we know, people who will be using the house will be going through some particularly tough times. So I hope they can take solace in knowing that we've got a community here on the Sunshine Coast that cares and has dug deep to make sure that the house the coast built has come to fruition.
Hello, it's Sammy and that monkey I work with as well.
That is so rude.
Hi, Todd.
That's rude. Hi, everybody.
We just want to say thank you, honestly, everyone who got in and supported this house and the whole Sunny Coast. Thank you so much. It's such an amazing thing to have this house. The last thing you need as a mum or a dad is when you've got a sick bubba is to have to worry about accommodation. So this is 2 thumbs up.
Well done, Osmar. Well done, you. Congratulations, Sunshine Coast. I'm not going to lie. Bit disappointed that it's not the Lego house that the coast built.
Then we could get Hamish Blake as well.
Have a good blow it up. No, we wouldn't do that. But maybe that's something we could talk about next time, the Lego house, if you don't mind. Well done to everybody. Congratulations. And thank you so much for your continued support of Wishlist. This is your housewarming present. So cool. It's like, don't call it novelty. It's like
so novelty.
It's a Dorito sombrero. And so all the good gear goes in there and then the chips around there. And hey! Anyway, good on you.
No one wants it.
No one wants that. I would like to say that I have to sit next to Todd, and when you see these props, they come directly off his desk and often spill over onto mine.
Yeah, yeah. And you love junk, Caroline. You absolutely love it. So, yeah, you'd be
It makes
surprised
me
to see.
itch.
What I love about it is you can steal stuff from Toddy's desk and he doesn't even know. Like, seriously, stuff goes missing all the time. You don't even know. It's like, where's that going?
Actually,
Look, yeah.
Travis Schultz sent him some wine the other day, and I seriously thought about taking it because I thought,
take it. You won't know.
He's not gonna know, but I did it. I did it. Hey,
Caroline,
we're
we
gonna
must
introduce
keep
Josh.
moving forward. I was going to mention beautiful Josh Green from Osmar Homes. This man answers the call, and he is here with us now. Josh, thanks for joining us, mate. Great to see you, buddy.
Thanks for
We've
having
got to
me.
ask the question first up. Why does Osmar keep being involved with Wishlist? They ask so much of you.
He keeps
You
changing
know,
his phone number. They keep coming back.
It's Lisa. She's so persuasive. How can you not join in?
Well,
She's unbelievable. We love
you keep coming back for more, Josh. You keep coming back for more and more and more. What is it that drives you to come back?
We just love working with Wishlist. We love the opportunity to give back to our community. It's not something that we get to do every day. You know, we love building homes for our mums and dads and for all our clients, but to give something to the whole community, it's unbelievable. And how could we not help out? You know, it's too good.
Can you tell us this isn't your first house the coast built? I think it's your third.
No, this is our third one. Yeah.
Third. Yeah. So tell us about the other two.
So the other two, so we've been going now for, I think the first one was 2011. And that was literally Lisa walked into our office at Caloundra and was like, hey, we want you guys to build us a house for free. And we're like, yeah, sure. Why not? How hard can it be? Luckily, we have an amazing trade base behind us. So that was awesome. You know, our trades and suppliers, unbelievable. You know, we put the pieces together, but they do all the hard work essentially.
Yep.
So why is this one different for you guys, Josh? What is it about this particular house that you thought, oh, this is the one, this is fantastic?
It's special because it's a legacy project. It's going to be there forever, isn't it? You know,
we're not going to sell this on you.
No, hope not. It's just going to help so many people in our community. To be involved in something like this, it's going to be here for so long, is just really special. I think the fact that the majority of the trades and suppliers that have worked on it have done all three with us, and this one's just a bonus. You know, that it's going to be there forever. We're going to help so many families. It's really, really special.
It was interesting to Mark and I as well that when we would meet trades that were doing the work for you for free, so often they were someone who were like, oh yeah, well my kid was in hospital, or my brother's kid was in hospital, that actually had been there and done that and knew how important the house was.
Oh, absolutely. I reckon I'm going to be there 5 times a week with all my kids. You know, we're constantly. Yeah, it's crazy. We've got a lot of kids in our office. We've probably got, I think we tallied up about 30 kids the other week. We've got some big families amongst us. And kids, you know, they're accident prone. You know, they're going to hurt themselves at some point. And to give the families the opportunity to have somewhere to stay if they do get sick and they are needed is unbelievable. You know, it is just amazing.
Now, there's a few design features in this one that sets it apart from everything else too. Is there something in particular that you wanted to, you know, show off maybe?
Yeah, look, when we were chatting about it with the crew at Wishlist, we were really mindful of creating zones where people can either be by themselves if they have to just digest what has happened to them for the period that they're there, or if they needed to spend some time with other families who are going through the same stressful situations, they can sit out in one of the 3 living areas and communicate and just be with each other and work through what they're going through together. That was really important to us, having those spaces where they can either get the time to themselves or get time with other families who are experiencing similar things. That was probably one of the things that we were really mindful of in the design. And then also giving, if there is kids there, the ability for them to run around the backyard, you know, get out in the fresh air, be outside rather than being cooped up in the hospital for days on end, give them a space.
and as a dad of lots of kids yourself, you know that if there's one sick in hospital, the others are healthy, and so they need somewhere that they can spread out and they can play. Like, it needs to feel like home to them too, because they're spending so much time at the hospital because they've got a sick sibling.
Yeah, and they don't understand it, right? So they've got Sam's room. How amazing is that? You know, they can go in there and chill out and just feel a little bit normal, I guess, when their mum and dad is feeling totally unnormal. That's I think the special part about it.
Now, what about your suppliers and also your subcontractors? Because you mentioned before they keep coming back for more. This was the third project you've done with them. Surely there's someone you want to give a little bit of love to.
I want to give love to all of them. How can you pick one out of it? It's absolutely crazy. I think for us, and I've mentioned it a few times, the guys that are giving up their time, you know, they're giving up a week of work where they're earning money to donate their time and labor to this is what really catches me. It's not just about one of our awesome suppliers supplying amazing products, but it's the people that are doing the work. You know, we've got the tilers, the waterproofers, the concreters, Andrew Duck's landscaping, the guys that are putting in hours of work and paying for their team to be there is incredible. It's twofold for them. They're giving up a week of work and then they've got to work another week before they get paid. It just blows my mind that they keep coming back to do it, and they're so happy and generous. You know, it's unbelievable.
It's a beautiful place, the Sunshine Coast. Well, thank you so much. I'm sure that you were stoked to hand over the keys and go, okay, see ya.
Now. Through for like a couple of weeks, and to see it furnished and everything done, it blew my mind. I was like, whoa, this is so good. Yeah, it was crazy.
Beautiful.
It's just such a brilliant thing. Thank you so much, Josh from Osmar. Absolutely brilliant to talk to you, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everyone who helped us out. We can't thank you enough to all of our suppliers and trades. Awesome work. You have done it again. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh, and everyone at Osmar. See ya. Hey, and Mark, the other big thing, of course, was Mix FM's Give Me 5 for Kids in 2018. Well, up until, let's say, in 2017, we raised $400,000 for Mix FM's Give Me 5 for Kids. And then we had the conversation about how we were going to buy this block of land.
It wasn't much of a conversation. You just demanded to raise 600,000, and I said that's ridiculous. It's never going to happen, but I'll try. And that wasn't a conversation.
I always had faith in us. So I do. I'm an optimist, and I just remember saying at the start, you know, yes, we can do this. We can do this, and people being like, oh, it's a big jump. It's a big jump. But that's the coast, and I've always got so much faith in the coast. Once they knew what this project was, they just jumped on board in such big numbers, and we've actually got a little bit of a video of that year to show.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, another sunrise. Oh, the kids.
I know. That's going to be girls' team. Girls' team.
That was the haircut.
Haircuts.
Cash.
Yeah, beautiful little Isabella.
Yeah, she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a reveal.
Yeah, right. Oh, boys'
that's
team.
a boys' team.
Hard auction. Jesse's party.
Jesse's party.
Oh, this makes me so sad. We're not going to have this year.
IGA.
Yeah, that's right. Big checks. Steve from Farmers First, Fruit and Veg. So generous. Beautiful Ollie.
Ollie. How much fun was Ollie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a trivia night.
Yeah. That's Bart and Maria listening. They're online today with us today.
That's Jesse's
party.
That's Jesse's
party. Yeah, that's Jesse's party. Oh, this is a girls' team. That's Mike from Pacific Paradise Plumbing.
Treacherous Mike. That's a straight to opening. That's
Jesse's party. Yes.
That's Squeezy. Oh, there's Sparkles.
Yeah, Sparkles the clown. Jesse's party, such an important day. Always.
That's me and Toddy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, that's Marjack.
Elton John.
Looking good, mate. There's Meeks, Beck.
All our little crew.
Well, crew, look at my child not interested. He was there.
Raffle. Oh, so
Hey,
is it?
Zoo. Yeah, that was your snake. Oh, let's move around up the Harleys.
Right. Oh,
Oh, here we go. Look at those
bacon
teeth.
trivia.
Oh, there's a sexy couple right there. Oh, that's the auction at Kiwanis Shopping World.
That's right. Oh, how many
Barbecues
barbecues
and
are you doing a month?
Lost
It's
count.
Tony from Just Better Care. Oh, yeah, both
Down finger. That looks like a freezing cold morning
Here
outside
we
of Alex.
go.
Oh, that's the reveal. Here we go.
Here's our money. Here it is. And come on, flip those lids. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant stuff.
Awesome.
Oh my God, that is incredible. $500,644. Just an phenomenal amount of money. Thank you so much, Sunshine Coast. There it is. $500,000 for 6 years.
That's good stuff, isn't it? It's a
That was
shame that
good
there
fun.
will not be a Give Me Five in 2020,
Yeah.
but we'll be
Yeah,
back
that's
bigger and
tough.
better in
It's tough to
2021.
take. Very tough to take. Now, Caroline, we of course have got across now to someone who, well, he's had a bit of fun with us recently. Dan Horn.
Hey.
And there he is. He's in the house.
Happy
Now, because
Friday.
he had a bit of fun with you only recently with that fantastic song of the MOD Club. But yeah, Caroline,
pretty good
refresh my
here.
memory. Wasn't there something
Well,
wrong with Dan's
well,
colour?
what happened was Dan won. It's pretty good here,
Yeah.
thanks to your Monday Breweries. And when you won that money, you told us that at that point in time you were starting your car with a fork. So how's that going? How's the car
got
going?
the key fixed eventually.
Eventually.
Hey, what room are you in this afternoon?
I'm in the glass house room, which is these bedrooms in this house are enormous, and they've every bedroom's got an ensuite. This one is dedicated to Capricorn Roofing, who donated 25 grand.
Yes.
Rocky and
Capricorn
Cherie.
Roofing.
Yep.
Yeah, that was amazing.
This is
And
beautiful.
what's-
The sunset from here, you can see across the across over to the hospital. It's got its own.
Being a
balcony.
muso, if we leave Dan there too long, he'll think he can live there. So we just, you know.
They've given me a beer as well, so I've got a beer.
Yeah, it's not your room, Dan. You're just showing us the room. Okay, so you know, just
Hey,
clearing
what
that up.
song are you going to sing for us this afternoon?
I'm going to sing a good old Friday, one of my favourite songs, Paul Simon's "Call Me Al." I'll
Oh,
sing.
beautiful.
I love it.
Dan
All right.
Horn, it's all up to you now, mate. Thank you so much. Go for it. Dan Horn, you can call me out.
Man walks down the street, says, "So why am I soft in the middle yet? Why am I soft in the middle yet? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. I don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight. Far away in my well-lit dorm. I'm just a beer bed. Get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff I'm using anymore. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Yeah, I can call you Betty, and I bet it when you call me, you can call me out. Man walks down the street, says, "So why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and oh, my nights is so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die, you know? Who'll be my role model now? Now that my role model is gone, he's gone. He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. They're all alone. There were incidents and accidents, there were hints and allegations. If you be my bodyguard, and I can be your long-lost pal. I could call you Betty, and I bet when you call me, you can call me out. call me out. Na 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 na. Man walks down the street, it's a street in a strange world. Maybe it's third world, maybe just his first time around. Doesn't speak the language, holds no currency. He is a fireman, he is surrounded by the sound of kettles in a marketplace, scatterings of orphanages. He looks around, all around, he sees angels in the architecture, spinning in infinity. He says, hey, hey, hallelujah, if you be my bodyguard, I could be your long lost child. Yeah, I could call you Betty in a Betty way. Call me, you can call me out, call me out. Yeah. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Yeah, I could call you Betty, Betty when you call me, you can call me out.
Oh yeah, Dan Brown, everyone. Dan, thank
Dan
you so much.
Horn.
That was, sorry, Dan Horn.
Dan Brown.
Dan Horn. Dan Brown. That was it. Sorry, mate. I've been reading way too many books. Mate, thank you so much for that. That was absolutely brilliant, Dan Horn. See, that's what happens when you give me beers on a Friday arvo, Caroline.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly, early beers. But Dan, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. And you know what? We just saw a whole lot of people joining, and they are all making comments down the side and going,
yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing. What a voice. What a version. So thank you
Oh,
so
nice.
much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries.
Well
Hey, on the subject of the people who are visiting us, I want to say a big hello to Nick and Karen Struik, who are here on their couch, to Marie and Bart Crowd, who are there as well, and as well to Owen Kavanagh. So all people who are such long-term supporters of
Yes.
Give Me 5 for Kids, and they feel a part of this. And so they've come along just to have a look through, because unfortunately, because of COVID virus, we can't go through the house. This is the best way to do it.
This is the only way we can do it, which is great. We're having fun, and this is awesome. So, look, don't forget, if you want to find out more about Wishlist, it's pretty easy. Just go to wishlist.org.au. And, of course, if you're watching this on Facebook or wherever you're watching it, please try and share it onto your socials and get the message out there, because it's super important to remember what Wishlist do. All the money we raise for Wishlist stays right here on the Sunshine Coast. They help people from Caloundra right up to Gympie, and it's super important that you get that message out there.
Yeah, sure is. And look, it's not just sick kids that Wishlist helps as well. Their Wishlist emergency accommodation will be for all sorts of people. And so our next video helps to explain what this house means to locals who are undergoing cancer treatment at our cancer centre here on the Sunshine Coast.
I was diagnosed in December, early December, with stage 3 lung cancer, adenocarcinoma. They're doing cycles of chemotherapy and radiation, as I said, 5 days a week for 6 weeks, and then going on to the immunotherapy.
I'm a medical oncologist and currently the clinical director of Cancer Care Services. Adam Crosby is our sort of main centre. This is the first public radiation facility that we opened up in 2017.
We do a whole journey approach with our patients. We meet them at diagnosis and we follow them all the way across. So a big part of what we do is making sure that within the community, they've got all the support that they need to be able to go ahead and have the treatment that they need.
You know, while people are on radiotherapy, they can get particularly some of the intensive radiotherapy we're giving for head and neck patients, for patients with lung cancer, when they have a combination of chemo and radiotherapy. They can get a lot of problems and they need a sort of a daily assessment, a lot of nursing care, dietitian support.
As it progresses over that 7 weeks, the side effect burden builds. And so you're talking about symptoms that are very much related to pain, to nausea related to the chemotherapy, fatigue. The fatigue is extremely difficult to manage.
When I did my first cycle of chemotherapy, the fatigue sets in with the radiation. I'm just tired all the time. The last couple of days, my bones, they just ache. It's hard to walk. I mean, I don't want to complain, but you just feel it, and the fatigue. You're just tired. You struggle to do things, basically.
Anyone having radiotherapy is coming down here. So either they've had to transport themselves, they've had to organise accommodation if they've got family down closer to Kawana. It'd ultimately be the best thing for patients if they could be at home. But if you can't be at home, then you need a home from home.
We have a large catchment, so we reach out all the way up to Tin Can Bay, and we go out west past Nambour and south down south of Caloundra. Yeah, so we have a large catchment for patients. We also have a small cancer care unit in Gympie and one in Nambour as well.
We allow 2 hours to get down here because you just never know what the traffic's going to be. Normally we can do it an hour 3/4, I suppose, maybe. Yeah, but we just leave that little bit of extra time. Yeah, because the traffic, you just never know with the traffic.
One of those big things that we wanted in the build-up to this and the Sunshine Coast University Hospital was some form of lodge where people don't have a lot of money and travel is a long way. And if you're coming in for daily radiotherapy for a few weeks, it's just fantastic to have some sort of facility where you could stay or share accommodation with family. But even if you could just stay and come in on a daily basis for treatment with that sort of support is just what we all have always wanted. We've got our gym here, which Wishlist donated us. So I've got an exercise physiologist here. If they're close by, they can make use of the gym facility. They can do all that sort of stuff, which helps their care. And I think that's the exciting thing. If you've got a place in a facility where people can stay and feel like they're getting that sort of holistic care rather than a sort of fragmented care where they're just dashing in, having 15 minutes and have to get back in a car for 3/4 of an hour, or even, you know, from northern Gympie, it's maybe 2 hours drive from distant parts of the coast. So a huge thank you to Mix FM and anyone who's donated through that Give Me 5 for Kids for the land and for Osmar, and obviously they've pulled a lot of favours and things out there to support the building of the house. So it's a wonderful thing for both of those, I suppose, community businesses of the Sunshine Coast to step up and give this to the community. And I think that they will there'll be appreciation for many years to come. So thank you.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's really important, isn't it? Hey, you know what we need to do now? We need to show everyone the house. Just show everyone the house. Why don't we do that?
All righty. Well, let's go and have a look. Now, Caroline, I'm not sure how this is going to work. So I think we get to look at it as you all go through it with us.
Yes,
so this is
exactly.
super exciting. So I think we'll cross to the house in just a moment. I'll start having a bit of a peek around at what we've got. Oh, no, it's a video. That's right, it's a video. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So you can see where it is, right near the hospital, within walking distance. So it's absolutely perfect if you're a family of a patient or someone that's going through treatment that's just been described. There it is right there. Look at that.
Yeah. How close. We were really lucky to get that land. And look, isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, so well designed. Really simple.
And really welcoming, don't you reckon? The front just looks like a really beautiful house. Yeah.
It's beautiful doors, plenty of room for wheelchairs, access. Powder room on the left there. What we got?
Straight through.
So this is the beautiful downstairs entertainment area.
And it's just going to be a place where families are going to gather, you know, parents are going to walk there and they will get to help each other through the terrible times that they're going through at the hospital. And that's
just a look at that backyard. Imagine being stuck inside all day with a kid, one kid being treated, another kid just hanging around, and they can run around out there and have some fun. So look at the dedication wall.
So it's the furniture has all been donated too, and it's come together beautifully. Done a great job. The house looks so nice. And all the mod cons, people are really going to think. And there it is. That's Sam's room.
So Martin.
And
the mums have been so generous over the last couple. How many pools have they given us? How much money have they raised for us, Caroline?
I would say it would be around $250,000.
Just incredible.
Yeah, enormous. And, you know, just so generous on the back of their terrible experience. They're just beautiful.
Plenty of space to wash your clothes. You could stay there for, you know, quite some time if you needed to, which is super important. Fancy mod cons. I don't even know what that is.
Me, no, neither. Oh, there you go. I reckon this. Oh, no, this.
Yeah, this one's dedicated to Peter Boyce and Butler McDermott. That's the Rainbow Beach Room. It's just inside the front door and it's wheelchair friendly. See, you can see the bathroom there. This is the Budrum Forest. Now, this is in memory of beautiful Roxanne Allen.
Yeah, her husband Colin and brother Lauren went through today and saw this beautiful house.
Wow.
Straight away and just said, we are absolutely blocked away.
And of course, Colin is the kingmaker in the cash cleanup, boys versus girls. Whoever Colin donates to is the winner. This is dedicated to Osmar, of course, but I mean, they built the whole thing. The whole thing's a dedication to them, really.
Exactly right. But that's a beautiful upstairs entertainment area, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. That's upstairs.
Yeah.
Great open space.
Great house. This was filmed earlier because Dan Horn isn't sitting on the back of that bed.
This is Capricorn Roofing. This is dedicated to them. It's a Glasshouse Mountains roof.
That's right. This is to Rocky and Cherie. Just so generous. And such lovely people.
Got the little Paul's room. This is Brett Pearson and Solar Innovations.
Yep.
This joins bedroom 4, and it's designed to keep the family units together. This one's dedicated to the Sunshine Coast Daily. It's the Pumice Passage room, and it's bedroom number 5. With its own ensuite as well, so you know anyone staying there is going to be very comfortable.
Sure.
Point Cartwright rooms dedicated to the Wind Network. Now this one's one of the largest bedrooms in the house, and it's upstairs at the back.
It's so nice how they're self-contained, isn't it? And it means that families really can retreat if they don't want to be in the main kitchen and you know talk to other people.
Second look at the backyard there. Have a look at it. Fantastic.
I know. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's beautiful. Just beautiful, Osmar Homes. You have done a sensational job with the house the Coast built. And you know what? I know that we can't be there today, but I feel like we've got a real sense of it, haven't we? That is a big, beautiful home that's going to mean so much to families with sick kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Just blown away by how well it's come up. It is such a fine job. Now, I believe we've got another cross to go to, Jen.
Yeah, that's right. How about we get some more music? So we've got John Valesco. John, where are you in the house? What room are you in?
Hi, everybody. So I'm in the main living area downstairs. This is the Mix FM room. It's a privilege to sit in $500,000 room.
Hey, can you do me a favour, John? Can you not mess it up? Because I know from experience that no one at Mix FM does any cleaning ever.
I'll try my best. You've all done such a fantastic job here. It's a real privilege to be here.
Yeah, that's great. What are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing a Bill Withers classic called Lean on Me.
Oh, beautiful. John Valesco, take it away, mate. Lean on me.
Thank you very much. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but meanwhile, we know there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be afraid
and I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Sometimes in our lives we all need to borrow, but know and feel those are the needs that you won't let go. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be afraid. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Call on me, brother, you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Just might have a problem, but you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean. Sing along with me. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be afraid, and I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Ah, beautiful work.
That was
Well,
really beautiful. And the coach will be really pleased to know that when John said, sing along everyone, and we all came back up, Mark and I got a message from Scott, who is running the production, saying, your mic is muted.
It's for the best.
He knew that was for the best.
It's for the best. It's for the best. John, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, mate. Absolutely beautiful tune. I think you've brought a few tears to people's eyes. Thank you.
And what an appropriate song to finish, because we are about to close this show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming along and having a look at the house the coast built. Absolutely everybody who bought a raffle ticket or came to a lunch or bought an auction item off the radio in 2018. You are part of this. There are literally thousands of hands have gone into pockets to build this house on the coast.
Don't forget the men that put all that effort into the gentleman's gathering, Caroline. There's a lot of effort that goes into the gentleman's gathering.
Is that right? Is that the one thing you organise?
I've done more stuff than that, but I'm just saying. You just roll right over that. Yeah.
All right then. Hey, there's some people that we need to thank. In particular, we do want to mention a couple of people from OSMA. Special thanks to Sean, the project manager, and Clinton, the foreman, because they're the ones whose phones just never stop ringing, and they're the ones who had to do the begging. Hey, could we get a week of plastering out of you, mate? Hey, could we, And so we are so grateful to Sean and Clinton. To Sound Images. Sorry?
Sound Images. I was going to say that. They've filmed and produced all of the videos you've seen today. And, of course, this broadcast just wouldn't be possible without them. So thank you so much.
That's right. And what...
You go.
I was going to say, what we might do now is we might get everyone back on screen, because hopefully wherever you are on the Sunshine Coast, you have got a glass right now and you have watched this broadcast, you've listened to all that beautiful music, you've seen this beautiful house. How about 3 cheers, Mark?
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Thank
Hip,
you.
hip.
Thank you all.
Well done, everybody. Thank you for joining us this beautiful housewarming party. Enjoy. And look, the best bit, we don't have to clean up.
We don't, exactly. And two more people that we need to thank. Leah, who has done all the hard work to get us all at the same place at the same time, and Scott Perry from Mix FM, who has actually put us to air. So cheers to you two as well.
Thank you, guys. Beautiful job. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
All right. And now turn off your computers, go back to your homes and finish your drink for Friday night. See you later.
Wait.